friends, welcome to the Lori Lulu Crochet Podcast, episode 52. My name is Lori. I live in the Chicago suburbs with my husband Ryan and our two cats, Dixie and Daisy. I love to crochet. I love to knit. I love to sew. And you can find all that crochet yarny goodness on my Instagram and Ravelry. Links are down below. I also have a blog where all the show notes will be. So any patterns that I talk about, yarns, fancy yarns, I should say, I'll link to those in the show notes on my blog. Okay. I just want to welcome any new viewers and returning viewers. Hello again. I'm glad you're here. And so just grab a drink. Let's settle in and get started. So I hope you all are warm wherever you are. Here, not so much in Chicagoland. We will get like single digit temperatures for a day, 2, 3 maybe. This has been 3 weeks of like single digit with wind chills below 0. It has been cold. And then we get snow. And snow. And more snow. And like, not to say anything against Texas or anything like that, like, because my heart goes out to them. It's bad. I am so sorry for what you've had to deal with. But Monday, I was driving home from work in a blizzard, and that's not fun either. I think it was over a foot for that storm that came through. That's a foot more than on top of what we already had. So, we've got lots of snow right now. And Tuesday, I even took a day off work, which is tax season. Can't really do that, but my boss is like, I understand you have to travel a long way. It's okay. So, it's just been crazy lately. Today, just before we left church, we actually haven't had church since January 24th. It's been almost a month since we've had in-person church. So today it was like, we're in Sunday school and we're talking, and it's like, we're all just catching up because we haven't seen each other. So, it's like Sunday school we didn't go over a lesson or anything. We were just catching up. So yeah, where was I going with that? I don't know. Oh, today when we were leaving church, I checked my phone and it said we were 36 degrees. Like, woohoo, heat wave. Oh gosh, it's bad. This week I know we're supposed to get up to like 42. Like, yay. But then that makes me worry about all this snow. When it melts, where is it gonna go? Because we've had our basement flood before. So Ryan's gonna call a gentleman from church, see if he knows a lot about some pumps to make sure ours is working. Because we think that may be the problem why we had flooding, is our sump pump wasn't working. So, fingers crossed. And at work, we've had a leak in the roof. Well, it's in my boss's office. He has 3 spots where he has water drip, drip, drip all day long. And then one night before I left, we heard more dripping back in the bathroom and back in the kitchen. Those have stopped. But the one in his office, one day it was like, when you turn the faucet on to like a slow trickle That's what it was. Like, it wasn't dripping, it was a trickle. Yeah, it's, ugh. And I know a lot of people around here have had dripping in their houses. Some people, like, the snow is so deep that some roofs are collapsing. I just saw the canopy at a gas station just collapsed. It's like, I hope nobody was under there. I just briefly saw it on the news. I didn't really pay much attention. I was busy at work, you know. Anyway, speaking of work. So, for those of you who are new, I'm an office manager at a CPA firm. It's tax season, so we are crazy busy. I drive almost an hour to work because it's 46 miles away. And my plan was last year when tax season was over, I was going to look for a new job closer to home, all that. And then the pandemic hit and just didn't feel right. And then been telling people when they pray, like, I just need to find something close to home. And hey, while we're at it, why not ask for something that I really want? So when I think of getting a new job, I think of working at the school where my husband works, his day job, and getting an office job there. Like, he works with, it's a school for special needs, kids and adults. I've worked with special needs. It's not my calling, I know that. Office work I can do, not a problem. I mean, I could do special needs if needed, just not really what I want to do. Anyway, so it's like, pray for an office job at Elam. And Ryan emailed me. There are 2 openings, an office manager job and then like a database coordinator, which that one I would actually be working with our neighbor across the street. So I called him, talked to him about it, and like I've got my resume up to date. I still need to get some things edited on it, but then I need to fill out the application, and I'm scared. Like, this is what I want, but I'm scared. Like, this is new, and I just, I don't know. So, yeah. Just do it, Lori, right? I know once it's over, I will be fine. It's just, and then of course I'm like, but this is the wrong timing. And I'm like, God, like, I still have tax season to get through. This wasn't my plan. Of course, God's like, I got my own plans. Thank you very much. So, what's going on back there? I don't know. Sorry to be distracted by my hair. Anyway, so, yeah. Who knows? Who knows what will happen? Making me sweat just thinking about it. Okay. We'll go on to some more admin. In my last podcast, briefly, before I was interrupted by the doorbell, I mentioned doing an Advent swap. For those of you, I know Kalisha does one. Those of you who watched other podcasts, you have the Advent calendar, so throughout December you get to open a skein of yarn, or a mini skein of yarn throughout the year, or throughout December, I should say. And of course, I want to do one so bad. I want to do an Advent, but every time I look at the price, it's like, yeah, no, I'm good. So, I was thinking if any of you want to do a swap. I know Jill. Hi, Jill. She's already emailed me about it. So, basically the rules are leftovers. If you've worked on a fingering weight project, save 20, and you have 20 grams or more, but 20 gram mini is pretty much the standard. Save that, and I'll figure out how we've got till December, November actually, to figure out how we're gonna swap it and everything. So if you want to email me, LoriLulu327@gmail.com. It's down below as well. Let me know you're interested, and then start saving your scraps. So like, I have a bag. I have 5 colors here, 20 grams. I will be scanning them up so you get a nice pretty skein, so you won't get just a ball of it. So yeah, we will get all that figured out. We've got a year or 10 months. Anyway, so yeah, so I've already started saving mine up. I'm hoping to do 12, like we'll do a 12-day Advent. I may be able to do more, I don't know. We shall see. But I think the goal for now is 12. We'll at least set the goal for 12. I know I can do 12. So. And then the only other admin thing, somebody had asked me about doing a yarn dyeing tutorial. I would love to do that, except I don't have any more bare yarn. And I put myself on a yarn ban until June. So I will put in the show notes the tutorials that I've watched. The first one is, of course, is lovely Allie from Little Drops of Wonderful. She has done several dyeing tutorials. The one that I watched the one that I implemented was the solar dyeing one. Although I did mine a bit different because I did food coloring and not like regular dye. So like for the food coloring stuff, it's Hookabee.com. I'll link her down below. She tells you how to do food coloring, yarn dyeing, and also in the microwave. She also has one on the crock pot too, where you dye the yarn in the crock pot. I was like, ooh, there's an idea. Then your house will really smell like wool. Anyway, what I'm wearing today is my lovely sparkly cowl. Has a really generic name. I'll link it in the show notes. It's like cowl number 127, something like that. Anyway, my goal this week, and we'll be going into this week, I want to have pictures on my Ravelry page of me actually wearing my stuff that I've made. At least the stuff that I've kept for myself. So I've been spamming my Instagram feed with these pictures, and this, I think I had like a close-up of just like a few rows on my project page. So I was like, let's actually have a picture of me wearing it. How does that look? So much better. So, finished objects. I have 3. The first one, living in this huge bag. Mostly because I have to hold so many colors. It's amigurumi, so you have to have a big bag of polyfill. Oh, try and get the book. Okay, so living in this bag, get back in there. Okay, is my Crochet Iconic Women. Yes, I finished another one. So this is a book by Carla Mitrani. It's 15 different women, and yeah, it's just awesome. So last time I was like halfway through. I don't like to show them when they're in process, just because I feel it's weird to like, here she is with half a head. Like, no, I'm not doing that. So last time I was halfway through Audrey Hepburn. Now she is done, and here she is. Oh my gosh, I love how she turned out. Okay. So yeah, we got the nice tiara, we got a really sparkly necklace, which actually, this is left over from this. Wow. I didn't plan that, honestly. I planned my nails for sure, because this color nail polish is by China Glaze. It's called For Audrey. So I was like, I'm talking about Audrey, I need to wear this nail polish. And it's not really my favorite color on me, but you know. So anyway, her head's a little floppy. I didn't stuff the neck as much as I should have. But yes, she is in her iconic Breakfast at Tiffany's Givenchy gown and gloves to match. It's, oh. And I love Audrey Hepburn. The History Chicks, which is a podcast that I love, they actually had to do 2 episodes on her because they had a lot to talk about with her. And if you need a role model, if your daughter needs a role model, if your son needs a role model, Audrey. She's amazing. Yeah. And I just love how she turned out. Oh, yes. So pretty. The quote for her. So in the book, Carla does a little write-up about why she picked Audrey. And then she usually includes a quote. And this quote I love. So this is a quote from Audrey. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. I love that. So yeah. Audrey's done. She's gorgeous. Love it. Finish object number 2. My friends and I are doing a sock challenge. Knit a pair of socks for every month. So hopefully by the end of the year we will have 12 pairs of socks. So I finished my February socks. They were living in my Mary Poppins bag. And I have a cute little button that says Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And if you were looking closely, you would have seen some of the leftover yarn in the Advent that I'm saving for the Advent. But here's the yarn that I chose for February. Is yarn that I dyed myself with food coloring. And the colors that I did, so it's yellow, green, white, which I left bare, red, pink, and blue, which are the colors of the costumes in the musical Six, which is about the 6 queens of Henry VIII. And I just love how those colors work together. And then, of course, turned out in my socks. So, here they are. So, the pattern that I did is the Basic Toe-Up Sock by Wendy Pronger-Geckner. Hi, Wendy! Yeah, so I even did the heel, that heel pattern as well. Because if I do a contrasting heel, I'll do the Fish Lips Kiss heel. I still haven't woven in the ends yet, but just look at how love it. So last time I was here and I did all of this, I was like, I'm really going to concentrate and get these done. Much to the detriment of other projects. But anyway. So yeah, these are ready to wear. And again, I did, I don't know if you can see it there. Like I heard about ladies knitting codes into socks, or not, into scarves and stuff like that under Nazi occupation. So that, well, I'll do that too. So I printed up a Morse code key, and then I picked different words for my socks and knit the Morse code into it. I think this will be the last time I do this for a while. Anyway, so yeah, February socks are done. Love them. I'm ready to wear them. especially since it's still February and I can wear them. The next finished object. You know, there are times when my husband's like, he rarely asks me to make him anything, so when he does ask me to, it's like, okay, I'll do that. Even though sometimes like I don't want to do this, like the Bernie Sanders doll, I did not want to do it, but I made it for my husband because he asked. Anyway, so this pattern went around Facebook and all the places several years ago. So, but Ryan saw it the other day and he's like, "Can you make me one? I really want one." And so, I didn't even print out the pattern. Like, I just pulled it up at work, and in between phone calls and stuff, I got it done. It took me about an hour and a half to get this done. It is a crown ear warmer. So here it is. He chose the color. He wanted gray. And so I had a light gray and I had this dark gray. And he chose this one. So anyway. I measured his head so it would make sure it fit fine. And then, so I really had to modify the pattern. Also because it is a yarn eater for sure. And so I had to change, I don't know if you can tell. So you have a big one and then a small one and a big peak and then a small one, so like it alternates big and small. Can you even tell? And then I ran out of space towards the back. I couldn't even fit another one in, so like that's the back for sure. So yeah, it's a little bit big for me, but yeah, you can barely see it against my dark hair. And my hair's not even that dark. Anyway, he, with his bald head, you can see it just fine. So yeah, he's like, I want a King David crown ear warmer. Okay, dude. Here you go. Anyway. Okay, so makes in progress. I have 3 again. First one is living in this lovely tea bag, project bag that I made myself. Because the colorway is called Tea Party on the Ceiling, which is Mary Poppins reference. It is yarn that I dyed myself, again with food coloring. It is this lovely yellow with white and black and blue speckles in it, because of the tea party on the ceiling that Mary Poppins has at Uncle Albert's house. Sorry, all my notions and stuff are on top, so I can't get to. The contrast color, which I haven't gotten to yet, is this brown purplish tonal, which again dyed myself with food coloring. It is a wooden leg named Smith. So yes, these are socks. These are for my mother, because I have already made socks with these, with this colorway. Anyway, oh, let me get it around so you can see. Here we are. Ta-da! Oh, I did have one stripe of contrast color. So yeah, I use this cute little snowman stitch marker to show you where I was last time. It says Joy. If I can get you can see it at all. There you go, Joy. That's my mama's name. Anyway, so that's where I was last time. I've gotten pretty far. Don't really work on it this week. I'm about 25 rows to the heel. Fish lips kiss heel, obviously. And then the leg. Hopefully I'll get these done soon. Because mama needs some socks to stay warm. And they're bright yellow. And so they'll be nice and sunny warm. Oh, and I have my lovely Bahamas pouch to hold all my notions in. make me think of places nice and warm. Making progress number 2 is living in my Disney Cruise Castaway Key bag. You can see, oh, it's on the other side. Castaway Key, which is Disney's private island. These are the bags that we got when we bought our souvenirs. I'm like, hey, this is a great size to hold all the yarn for a sweater. So yes, living in here is a sweater. It is the Eva cardigan. You guys tired of seeing this? Because I'm tired of showing it. Like, I just need this to be done. Plus, I want to wear it. Well, it's still kind of cold. Okay, so here it is. No. So the yarns that I'm using is Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek DK. This is denim. And then we have linen, which is actually kind of close to what I'm wearing now. And then ivory are the 3 colors. So, let's see, what all do I have here? Okay, so I have the back panel. I mean, it is a long cardigan. It's going to be nice and cozy to wrap up in. So the back panel. I have one front panel. Although I'm showing you, I want it to be this way. Let's go this way. Let's fold it up nice, so it doesn't get too wrinkled. And then I have the other front panel done. So yeah, ready to seam that together. I still have sleeves to do, and then the collar or the band, and then pockets. It's got pockets. So yeah, it's slow going, but it's going. Oh, and on the bag I put this is Grey Cliff Chocolate Company. We did a chocolate tour when we were in the Bahamas, and then I have my Who Wants to Be a Mouseketeer pin on it as well. So yeah, that's the Eva cardigan. Yeah, the work in progress, or not work in progress. I don't like to call them works in progress. They are makes in progress because I don't consider them work. Although that cardigan is beginning to it's easy. Oh, Eva cardigan by Rebecca Langford. Link will be in the show notes. You can either get it for free on her blog, or you can buy the pattern, which I bought the pattern just so I wouldn't have to deal with ads. Anyway, my other making progress. Let me in my cute llama bag. This is my Love Knots bag. This is what I take with me when I go to our church for our knit night. It's a cute little llama keychain and namaste pin. So yeah, oh, it's got a nice drawstring top on it. So in here, what's this? Oh. In here is all the yarn for a scrap can, or I found a new term that I kind of like better than scraps. So I guess sewists, like even back in the day, if they had leftover fabric, they called it cabbage, or garbage. The word has evolved to become cabbage. So I'm like, I like the name cabbage. So this is my cabbage blanket. This is just a granny square, go round and round and round and round till it's all done. So, here's my stitch mark. My progress keeper, I was here. So I did 3.5 rounds last time I was at Love Nuts, which we didn't have love nuts last Monday because of the snow. It was so bad. Kept us from meeting to knit. Are you kidding me? So, those are my makes in progress so far. Okay, so, to be. These are projects that are going to be happening. They're going to be on my needles. They're going to be on my hook real soon. So, since I finished my February socks, I'm going to wait till March to start my March socks. But they're living it in this adorable Mandalorian bag that I made myself. Because, you know, Grogu, Baby Yoda, he's so cute. Anyway, so figured March, St. Patrick's Day, needs to be green. So this is Leading Men Fiber Arts in the colorway New Day. I don't remember what base this was. I want to say it was Showstopper, which is their stock 75-25 superwash merino nylon blend. So yeah, it's got turquoise. There's a little bit of green, yellow, and blue in there. And then for heels, toes, and cuffs, I have this lovely green skein, which I dyed myself with food coloring. I'm calling this Princess Tiana because it looks like Tiana. The dress that she wears at the end, like when her and Naveen get married in the swamp, and then he kisses her and they turn back into people, into humans. I love that dress. That dress is so gorgeous. Anyway, so yeah, it's different shades of green. So I will be working on splitting these into two because I like to do my socks two at a time. But those are my March socks. So yeah. For March, the crochet iconic woman that I'm going to do is, let me find her. She's right after Audrey. Billie Holiday. Like, oh my gosh. Look at how cute she is. Oh, I'm so excited to do this one. I think this Friday on Hulu, they're releasing a movie called The United States versus Billie Holiday. And it's about, from what I gather, it's about a lawsuit about her singing the song Strange Fruit. If you don't know the history of that song, I suggest you look it up. It's about lynching, is what it is. It's not pretty. But anyway, so yeah, I'm so excited to start her. So yeah, my boss has changed my hours for starting in March. I will be working on Saturdays now. So this Saturday, Saturday in February is my last free Saturday. So I think this Saturday I'll be watching that movie as much as I can. Although, you know, it's their life. They can't put it on pause. So I'm going to watch the movie. I'm going to make Billy. And yeah. So I'm very excited about that one. That also leads me to tell you, because I will be working on Saturdays, and the fact that we still record Ryan's sermons, like, it's just a lot to do over the weekend. So I'm not sure how much I'm going to podcast. I think what I'm going to do is come on every once in a while, like when I have a finished object, and just be like, spend like 5 minutes talking about that. So it'll be more vloggy style till the end of tax season, or until I get a new job. The other project that I wanted to start, because you know these sweaters take a long time, especially when you're doing like a fingering weight. It says DK, but it's more of a fingering weight. and you're doing single crochet. That takes forever. So I was like, I want to do something fast, smaller, get through. I've done this pattern before, but I gave the finished object away. So I was like, I'm gonna try it again. I liked this pattern. It was fun, super easy. It's called the Kelsey Shawl. It's by Lacey Boudry. So yeah, it's super cute, super easy. There you can kind of see it. Yeah. So the yarn I picked, I decided to put it in my other Mary Poppins bag because Mary is awesome, and I love Mary Poppins. So the yarn that I have was in my stash because, you know, yarn ban. I bought this a year ago. Yeah, a year and a half ago is when Hobby Lobby had their yarn clearance. It is Delish Boutique. I got it for $1.74. The yarn is called Almond Bark. It's just creamy brown, which those really aren't my colors, and I may end up giving this away too, but for some reason I was like, oh, that just, like a nice shawl in that would be nice and cozy and warm. Yeah, so we'll see. I think I'm going to take a break from Eva for a week, work on Kelsey, and that'll be that. And then on the weekend I'll work on Billy. I did find a pattern for a shawl that I wanted to do with a skein that I got in a swap. Of course, can't find where I put that pattern. I know I printed it off. So hopefully next time I'll show it to you. Or maybe I'll just surprise you once I start working on it. Anyway, that is all for today. I just want to say thanks for watching. Thanks for all your lovely comments. I love going and seeing all the comments that you guys make. Yeah, I just appreciate y'all so much. So I will see you when I see you, because I don't know. Anyway, God bless. Bye.